Hi, I'm Katie. And this is the slightly embarrassing, extremely dramatic story of how I accidentally became the most feared detective in school. All because of a sandwich.
Now, this wasn't just any sandwich. Oh no. This was a masterpiece.
A culinary work of art crafted by my mother. Her legendary triple-decker grilled cheese. We're talking 3 layers of gooey, melted cheddar, sandwiched between bread slathered in garlic butter and toasted to golden brown perfection. It was so precious. It had its own Ziploc thrown in the center of my lunchbox. It was my everything. So imagine my horror, my sheer, soul-crushing despair when I opened my lunchbox at noon, ready for that glorious first bite. And it was gone, vanished, snatched, replaced by a single, sad, mocking baby carrot. A baby carrot? The audacity! The sheer disrespect.
I saw red. I smelled betrayal. I tasted
Absolutely nothing, because my sandwich had been stolen. This was no mere lunch mishap. This was a declaration of war. So, I did what any rational, sandwich-deprived teenager would do. I turned the entire school into a crime scene. I stood up, pushed my chair in with grim determination, and told myself, "All right, Katie, time to go full Sherlock Holmes." Or, you know, like Katie Holmes if she solved high school lunch crimes. My mission was clear. Find the sandwich, bring the thief to justice. My investigation began immediately. Suspect number 1, Jenna. She sits across from me in history class and always gives me these weird looks when I eat, like she's silently judging me for chewing with what I can only describe as unrestrained passion. She had the motive, sandwich envy. I cornered her by the lockers, trying to look as intimidating as possible. I leaned in close and whispered, "You? Sandwich thief?" She just blinked, completely bewildered. "What? No, I'm gluten-free." Huh? Okay, a solid alibi. On to the next one. Suspect number 2, Luca the Loud. This guy is notorious for his unique philosophy on sustenance. He's always bragging about how he never brings lunch because the universe provides. Well, today, I suspected the universe had provided him with my lunch. He was out on the field, so I seized the opportunity for a little covert ops. I jimmied his locker, open don't ask how, and conducted a thorough search. What I found was enlightening. 2 half-chewed erasers, a single, lonely sock, a granola bar that probably expired in 2004, and a receipt from the school cafeteria dated for today.
He bought his own lunch. He was clean.
The universe had provided, just not from my lunchbox. My list of suspects was dwindling. I was getting desperate. That's when my mind went to the most unlikely, and therefore, most likely, culprit, Principal Morris. He was the perfect mastermind. Who would ever suspect the man in charge? No one. And that's precisely why I did. It was time to escalate things. I slipped into his office, Mission Impossible style, crawling on the floor to avoid being seen through the window. I shimmied under his massive oak desk, my heart pounding. I reached up, slowly, and pulled open his bottom drawer. And what I found will haunt me forever. A drawer full of pickles. Just pickles. Dozens of them, floating in their own little jars. Completely unrelated to my case, but deeply, deeply upsetting. I was about to give up. My spirit was broken. I was heartbroken, and, more importantly, I trudged towards the cafeteria, defeated, ready to accept my fate of a single baby carrot. And that's when I saw her. Miss Bonnie. The lunch lady. The sweet, innocent, hairnet-wearing queen of the kitchen. Always a kind word. Always a warm smile. Maybe too kind. Maybe it was all an act. I crept towards the kitchen entrance, peering through the small window in the door. And then I saw it. There, on the counter, was a plate. And on that plate something was glowing under the warm light of the microwave. It was my sandwich. My beautiful, garlic-buttered, triple-decker grilled cheese with a small, neat bite taken out of one corner. The fiend! Miss Bonnie turned, saw me staring with my eyes wide, and a gentle smile crossed her face. Oh, Katie, honey! I thought someone forgot this on the counter by the register. It was getting cold, so I was just warming it up for you. Want a piece? And then it all came crashing down. I hadn't packed it. I'd left it on the counter when I paid for my milk. There was no crime. There was no thief.
There was just me.
The idiot detective. I took the sandwich. I took a bite. It was still warm, still cheesy, still perfect. And that, my friends, is how I solved the mystery that no one committed and became a legend in my own lunch line. Katie Holmes, out. Thanks for watching my descent into madness. If you enjoyed this culinary true crime story, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more adventures.